Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this bracelet right here. Oh goodness. This bracelet right here is called the tree chain bracelet, and this bracelet is actually pretty old. It's not like something I made a couple of weeks ago. This is actually something I made last year. It was around October. But anyway, this is the tree chain bracelet, and this bracelet is actually very similar to another bracelet, my dragonfly chain bracelet. And if you would like to make this bracelet here as well, then there'll be a link to its tutorial in the description. But anyway, I'm showing you how to make this bracelet. So, to make it, you will need a loom. So, an actual loom board, like the rainbow loom, not a monster tail or finger loom or any of those crazy things. I'm using a rainbow loom. You will also need a hook. Any hook should work. I would recommend it not being very flimsy. It needs to be, not something that'll break if you make anything with it. Anyway, I'm going to be using this rainbow loom plastic hook. You will also need a clip. Any clip should work as well. I'm using a C-clip. And of course you will need rubber bands, and as you can see here there are 3 different groups, the A, B, and C group. I'm going to go ahead and explain what each group is. The A group, the A rubber bands, they are all of your border rubber bands. So they're the rubber bands that put the tree chain bracelet into its individual sections. And the B rubber bands, they are all the trunk and the branches for the trees. So they're going to be the trees, and they're this glitter gold in the example. And the A color bands are the white ones in this example. Right, then the C color rubber bands, they are going to be all of your leaves, and well, they're just these little cap bands here that are making up the leaves for the tree. And they are the green bands in this example. And yeah, so to figure out how many of each type of band you're going to need, just go down to the description. It will tell you how many of each type, so how many A bands, how many B, and how many C bands you'll need for each section, so for each individual tree. And yeah, so just go down to the description and get your supplies. Use the pause button if you need to, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, organizer, get out of here. Alright, so to begin making your bracelet, you're going to need your loom with the arrow pointing away from you, and you're also going to need all the rubber bands you'll need to make one tree to start. Alright. Actually, let me check and make sure that's how you do this, because sometimes I forget how to do things. Yeah, okay, so you'll need the rubber bands to make one tree. Alright, so to begin, we're going to start by placing our A color rubber bands. They are the border bands. And we're going to start by placing one going outwards from this first middle pin to this first left pin. So we're going out to the left. Then we're going to place another A color rubber band going vertically up here on the left side of the loom. So from this first pin to the second pin. Then we're going to get another A color rubber band and place it vertically up here on still on the left side of the loom. And we're going from the second left pin to this third left pin. Also use the pause button if I'm going too fast. Alright, anyway. Now we're going to get another A color rubber band and we're going to place it going diagonally inwards from this third left pin to this fourth middle pin. So diagonally and upwards. Alright. Now we'll do the exact same thing on the right side. So we'll come back down here to this first middle pin, get an A color rubber band and place it diagonally outwards from the first middle pin to the first right pin. Then get another A color rubber band, place it diagonally going up the right side of the loom from this first right pin to the second right pin. Then get another A color rubber band and place it vertically on your loom from this second pin here on the right and the third pin on the right. And then you're going to get one last A color rubber band and place it diagonally and upwards, going from this third right pin to this fourth middle pin. And now you should have this kind of long hexagon shape here. Right? And now we're going to actually start placing the bands we need to make a tree. Yes, alright. So we're going to get our B color rubber bands next. They are the trunk and the branches. I think I got too many, but oh well. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by placing an A color or a B color rubber band going vertically up here in the middle row. So from this first middle pin to the second middle pin. Now we need to figure out how I'm doing this. Yep, okay. Make sure I'm doing it right. Now you're going to get another B color rubber band and you're going to place it diagonally going from this first left pin to this second middle pin. That's right? Yep, okay. Don't want to make this bracelet wrong. Alright, so there we go. So diagonally from the first left pin to the second middle pin. Then get another B color rubber band and do the same thing, only on the right. So from this first right pin to the second middle pin. Seems to be getting dark. Alright, anyway. Now, you're going to get another B color rubber band and place it vertically up this middle pin bar. So from the second middle pin to the third middle pin. Then once again, get another B color rubber band and place it going diagonally inwards from this second second left pin to this third middle pin. And then do the same thing on the right side. Get a B color rubber band and place it diagonally and upwards from the second right pin to this third middle pin. Now, you're going to get one last B color rubber band and place it vertically in the middle row of pins. Again, and that should be going from this third middle pin to this fourth middle pin. Alright. Now we're going to place our C color rubber bands, and those are our leaves. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 C color rubber bands, so 2 instead of 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to make them into cap bands. And to do that, you're going to take the 2 rubber bands, the 2 C color rubber bands at the same time, twist them into an 8 or an infinity shape, just like so. Then fold them both like a book back on top of themselves. And hold on a moment. Okay, so there we go. And now it should look like you have a whole bunch of little rubber bands. It should look like you have 4. Alright, so now you're going to take this double cap band, since we're using 2 rubber bands. You're going to take this this cap band here, and you're going to put it on this first middle pin. So both of those C color rubber bands should be the cap band, and they're on this first middle pin. Alright, I'm trying to make everything more confusing. Alright. Anyway, now you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to get 2 C color rubber bands, once again, turn them into a cap band. So, twist the band into an 8 or an infinity shape, fold it like a book back on top of itself, and now it should look like you have 4 little rubber bands. Right? Now you're going to take this cap band, and instead of putting it on this first middle pin, we're going to place it on this first left pin. Here we go. Now what we're going to do is this, sorry about that. You're going to get 2 more C color rubber bands. So same thing again. Turn them into a cap band. I'll go over this one more time. Twist the rubber bands into an 8 or infinity shape. Fold them like a book back on top of themselves. And now it should look like you have 4 little rubber bands instead of 2. And that's how you make your double cap band. So now once you have this cap band, you're now going to place it here on this second left pin. Goodness. Alright. Now we're going to do the same thing we just did here on the left, now on the right. So you're going to get 2 C-color rubber bands, make them into a cap band. Not going over that again. Right. Now once you make your cap band, you're going to put it on this first right pin. Then you're going to get your last 2 C-color rubber bands that you need for this first tree. And you're just going to make them into a cap band as well. Together, make sure they're together. And you're going to take the cap band that you make, the double cap band, and you're going to put it on the second right pin. So now you should have something like this on your loom. And now we're finished making, or actually placing, the rubber bands we need for the first little tree. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a second tree. And I'm going to show you how to place the rubber bands for these individual trees one more time. Or actually I'm going to show you just one more time. And then I'm going to leave you to continue placing however many more trees you can on your loom on your own. Alright, so I'm going to show you one more time, because it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just copy everything you have done here. Okay, so let me just make sure. Yep. Alright, so I know what I'm doing. Yes, I do. Okay. I have to assure myself for a moment. Alright, so now you need to get the rubber bands that you'll need to make a second tree. And this is the pattern for making the trees. Oh, the sun's coming back out. That's wonderful. Right, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my camera real quick. There we go. Hopefully now it'll be easier to see, especially with the sun coming out. Alright, so the pattern for making the trees, each individual tree, is you're going to start with your A color rubber bands, which are your border bands, and you're going to start here in the middle. And this middle pin here, the 4th middle pin now, we're going to say this is like our first middle pin. So we're going to pretend all these other pins before it don't exist. So this 4th middle pin is now your first middle pin. It should have rubber bands on it from the previous tree on it. So this 4th middle pin here. So we're going to pretend that's the first middle pin. Alright. So what you're going to do is you're going to take an A color rubber band, place it going outwards to the left from this first middle pin to the first left pin. So like I said before, all these pins don't exist. Right. So diagonally and upwards, like so. Then you're going to get another A color rubber band and place it vertically here on the left side of the loom. So from this first middle pin to the second middle pin. Then get another A color rubber band and place it going vertically up the left side of your loom, once again, but placing it going from the second left pin to the third left pin. And lastly, get one more A color rubber band and place it going diagonally and upwards and inwards from this third left pin to this 4th middle pin. So now it's kind of like this is the new 4th middle pin. Alright, so once you've finished placing that, make sure that these new A color rubber bands you all just placed, make sure the first one you placed for this new tree is on the old 4th middle pin, so it should have other rubber bands underneath of it. Alright, so make sure that happens, because if it doesn't, your trees are not going to be attached together. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing here on the right side. Alright, so these pins still don't exist. Alright, so we're going to get an A color rubber band. We're going to start here on this first middle pin once again, the old 4th middle pin. You're going to place it going So this A color rubber band going from this first middle pin to this first right pin. Then we're going to go vertically up on the right side with an A color rubber band. So from this first right pin to this second right pin. Then you're going to get another A color rubber band and place it diagonally up the right side of your loom again, going from the second right pin to this third right pin. And then lastly, you're going to get one last A color rubber band and place it diagonally upwards and inwards from this third right pin to this fourth middle pin. So the new fourth middle pin. Alright, so that's all you need for your A color rubber bands. Now we're going to move on to the actual tree, so the B color rubber bands. And here is what we do. So, what we do is we go ahead, we get a B color rubber band, and we place it going vertically up the middle pin bar. And we start here on the first middle pin and go up to the second middle pin. Then, we get another B color rubber band and place it diagonally and inwards and upwards, going from this first left pin to this second middle pin. Then do the same thing on the right, place a B color rubber band going diagonally upwards and inwards from this first right pin to the second middle pin. Now we're going to continue, get another B color rubber band and place it vertically on the middle pin bar. So going from the second middle pin to the third middle pin. Then get another B color rubber band and place it diagonally upwards and inwards, going from this second left pin to this third middle pin. Then do the exact same thing here on the right, get a B color rubber band, place it diagonally upwards and inwards, from the second right pin to this third middle pin. And then lastly get one more B color rubber band and place it diagonally on your loom, going from this third middle pin to this fourth middle pin. Oh, and I think I went a little bit fast, so I do apologize if I'm going too fast. Just use the pause button. Alright. So that's all you have to do for your B color rubber bands. Now you need to place your C color rubber bands. And what you're going to need to do is get 2 C color rubber bands at a time. You're going to get your first 2. And you're going to make them into, both of them into a cap band together, so a double cap band. What you're going to do is you're going to take the rubber bands, make them into a cap band. I'll just go over it one more time. Twist the bands, fold them over top of themselves. That's the cap band. And now you're going to place this double cap band on this first middle pin. So the new first middle pin, not this old one up here, but the new one. Then you're going to get 2 more C color rubber bands, and you're going to do the same thing with them. You're going to make them into a double cap band, so together. Alright. Then you're going to take this double cap band and place it here on this first left pin, so the new first left pin. And you'll get 2 more C color rubber bands, do the same thing, make them into a double cap band, and place them both, or we'll just place this double cap band on this second left pin. And now we're going to do the same thing we just did here on these 2 left pins on the right side. So, you're going to get 2 C color rubber bands once again, make them into a cap band, a double cap band. And that did not go very well. Okay, seriously. There we go. Okay, then once you make this double cap band, you're going to put it here on the first right pin. And then lastly, you're going to get 2 more C color rubber bands, make them into a double cap band. And then put this new cap band on this second right pin. And there you go. So that's all you have to do for your second tree. That's all you have to do for any tree at all. You gotta place your A color bands, then your B color bands, and then your C color rubber bands. And you're just gonna go ahead and continue placing rubber bands and making little individual trees, going all the way down your loom until you run out of room on your loom. Or actually, let me correct that. So until you have placed the maximum number of whole trees on your loom. So you place your rubber bands. Yes, you need to make sure you have an entire tree. So don't be like here at the end of your loom and you only have half a tree. Make sure whenever you however many whole trees, so you have to fit this entire thing on your loom however many times you can. Don't have half a tree on your loom. That's basically what I'm saying. So you need to have whole trees. No trees that have been cut down. That's not good. Alright, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I'm going to go ahead and continue. You're going to continue as well. Just use the pause button if you need to. Alright, I'm almost finished. Just need to add one last double cap band. Alright, so that was just to get your attention, just in case. So if you need to pause the video, then go ahead and do that. But anyway, now what we're going to do is you should have however many trees you could fit on your loom. I could fit 4. So if you have a rainbow loom, you should be able to fit 4. And I do have these 2 extra pins here at the end. And so instead of continuing and trying to make another tree, so instead of taking bands and just going to try to make another tree, I'm just going to go ahead and end here on this middle pin. So however many whole trees you can fit on your loom. Alright. So once you have placed all those rubber bands that you will need, it's now time to loom your bracelet. And, well, to do that, you're going to need your hook and another A color rubber band. And, well, just go ahead and grab that. So, to loom your bracelet, you're going to first need to make sure that the arrow on your loom is pointing towards you now. So you'll have your loom like this. You'll need to turn it around. Then you're going to need to get your A color rubber band, and we're going to make it into a cap band. So it's just 1 rubber band. We're going to make it into a cap band all by itself. So just make it a cap band. And once you've made your cap band, put it on the first middle pin that has rubber bands on it. Because not everyone will be starting on the first middle pin like I will. Because some people have a little bit of a longer loom, some might have a shorter loom, so there might be a different number of extra pins left over. So the first middle pin with rubber bands on it, that's where you're going to put this cap band. And we're going to start here where we placed this new cap band, and we're going to take our hook, and we're just going to go ahead and pull back this cap band. Grab the top rubber band underneath of this cap band, and that should be a B color rubber band. And let me make sure this is correct. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so don't want to mess up anymore. Goodness. You're going to take this B color rubber band and loom it forwards, just like that. Then you're going to go into this second pin here. So this pin that you just loomed this B color rubber band to, you should be looming it to wherever it's coming from. You're going to go into that pin, grab the top band that's there. It should be going diagonally and outwards to the left. And what you're going to do is just go ahead and loom it over in that direction. Then you're going to go back into that same pin that you loomed this previous B color band. You're going to go back into that pin, grab the top band that is there, and loom it outwards and outwards to the right. That's where it should be coming from. Then you're going to go back into this pin again, the same middle pin, and grab the top or the remaining band that's there and loom it forwards. That's where it should be coming from. Alright, now we're here on this next middle pin. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go into that pin, grab the top band. It should be going outwards and upwards to the left. Then do the same thing. We're going to go back into this same middle pin again, grab the top band. The top band should be going outwards to the right. And then the remaining band on this middle pin, we're going to grab it and loom it forwards. Alright, now we need to do something with our leaves. And it's really simple. Just make sure you don't lose your bands. You're just going to grab the C color cap bands. So you're just going to grab one at a time and just pull it over the pin and onto the rubber band above it. So it's a little loop above it. Okay, I'll show you again. And it really doesn't matter which one you do first. You're going to do all of them anyway. Just make sure there's a... Okay, there we go. So, what you do with your C color cap bands, you just... Okay. What just happened? Yeah, so this is what I mean by don't lose your bands. Okay. There we go. So what you do with your C-color cap bands, you just use your hook, grab it, and pull it over the pin and onto the little band above it. And you do that for all 5 of your C-color cap bands. They're all doubled, so whatever. Just do that for all 5 of them. And also do this very top one here. It's a little more difficult to do because it's, you can turn your loom. This very top one here is the most difficult. Alright, there we go. So once you have loomed all 5 of your double cap bands, that are your C-color bands, we're going to go ahead and loom our A-color rubber bands. So to do that, you pull back the cap, so you come back here to this middle pin with the cap band on it, pull back the cap band, grab the top band that is there, loom it outwards to the left, that's where it should be coming from. Now we're going to loom the left side of the border here. We're going to go ahead, pull back this top rubber band here on this left pin, grab the bottom band and loom it forwards. Now once again, we're going to go ahead, we're now here on this next left pin, so we're going to go ahead, pull back all the top bands, so even that B color rubber band that's there. We're going to pull all of those back, grab the very bottom band and loom it forwards. And then here, on this next left pin, you're going to go ahead, do the same thing, pull back any top bands, grab the bottom band, and it should go diagonally and inwards to the middle. Alright, now you'll do the exact same thing on the right. So you'll pull back the cap band back here, grab this bottom band, loom it outwards to the right. That's where it should be coming from. Pull back. So now we're here on the right. We're going to pull back these top bands, grab the very bottom band, loom it forwards. Now we're over here on this next right pin. We're going to pull back all the top bands, even this B color band that's there. Grab the bottom band, loom it forwards. It should be an A color rubber band. And then we're here on this next right pin. We're just going to pull back all the top bands once again, grab the very bottom band, and it goes inwards to the middle. And that's how you loom one of your trees. Alright, now we're going to loom a second tree. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to loom the trees one more time, and then I'm going to leave you to loom however many trees you have left on your loom. Alright, so to begin, we're gonna, where our last tree ended, so that middle pin there, that's where our next tree should start, and that's the pin there. All those other rubber bands are gonna be like our cap band. Alright, so here on this middle pin, where your first tree ends and your second tree starts, you're going to go down into that middle pin, and you're going to pull back all the loomed rubber bands. So if it has been loomed, then you need to pull it back. And you're going to grab the top band. Okay, this is hard to show. Okay, here we go. Turning my loom so you can see. You're going to grab that top band that's there. It should be an B color rubber band. And that B color rubber band is going to be loomed forwards. So you should have something like that on that pin. Alright. Now we're going to loom our tree here. We're going to go into this next middle pin that this B color band should have been coming from. You're going to grab the top band that's there. It should be going outwards to the left. Then you're going to go back into that same middle pin, grab the top band, loom it outwards to the right. That's where it should be coming from. And then we're going to go back into that same middle pin one more time and loom this remaining B color band, and it should be going vertically and forwards to this next middle pin, which we're going to move on to. You're going to use your hook, grab the top band that's here on that new middle pin. This top rubber band should be going outwards to the left. Go back into that middle pin again. Grab the top band that is there. It should be going outwards to the right. Then once again, you're going to go in to this middle pin once again. Grab the top band that is there and loom it forwards. And that should be the last rubber band that was on that middle pin. Oh wait, I placed the rubber bands right. Okay. Yeah, I'm really hungry right now, so I'm not thinking very straight. Okay, anyway. Now we need to loom our C color rubber bands. And to do that, it's very simple. You use your hook. You grab a double cap band, which is made up of C color bands, and you carefully pull it up and over the pin. And we got a little link right there left. Okay. Pull it up and over the pin. And if your rubber bands start to spread out like this, that is okay, because you're actually going to want that. Because as you can see, that's kind of how some of these leaves are. Some of the leaves aren't, but you kind of want that to be happening. But anyway, you're going to do that for all 5 of the double cap bands. So you'll get your hook again. Grab another C color band there. Pull it up and over. And make sure you don't grab this other B color loop. So this little thing here. Make sure you don't grab that and loom that over, because then you'll make a slip knot. And you don't want that. So just going to do that for all 5 of them. Alright. And this very last one here on top is the most difficult to do. And I just did what I told everyone not to do. I just made a slip knot. Great job. Oh, that was great. Okay. I have to reorganize the bands, really. Alright. This very last one, like I said, is the most difficult one to do, and I failed. Epic fail. Okay, so there we go. Now we got it. It's a little messy, but I'll fix it later. Okay. So now, you should have loomed all those B color bands and your C color bands, and now we need to loom the A color rubber bands. So, we need to come back to this middle pin where your first tree ended and your second tree starts, and the sun is coming out again. Must be cloudy. Yep, it's cloudy outside. Okay. What you're going to do is the same thing you did before. Pull back all of the loomed rubber bands. So all the rubber bands from your first tree that are on this middle pin, you're going to pull those all back. Grab the top band that's there and loom it outwards. Oh no. Loom it outwards to the left. Because that's where it should be coming from. Alright. Now, we're here on the left. We're just going to pull back the top bands that are there. Grab this bottom band and loom it forwards. Make sure you don't get your tree bands caught in there, like what I did here. Make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure it's like that when you finish. Anyway, now we're here on this next left pin. We'll pull back all those top bands, including the B color bands. Grab that bottom A color rubber band and loom it forwards. Make sure your leaves don't get stuck underneath. Right, so now this next left pin that this rubber band brought us to, we're going to pull back the top bands, grab this very bottom A color rubber band, and loom it inwards to the middle. That's where it's coming from. Alright, now we're going to come back to this same middle pin that we started our second tree on, and ended our first tree on, and we're just going to pull back all these top bands, grab the very bottom band, and loom it outwards to the right. Alright. Now we're here on the right, we're going to pull back these top bands, grab the bottom band, loom it forwards. Keep your leaves out of there. Right, this next right pin that this rubber band brought us to, we're going to pull back all the top bands on this pin, including those B color rubber bands. Grab the bottom band, loom it forwards. Then here, on this next right pin that this rubber band brought us to, we're going to pull back all the top rubber bands, grab the bottom band, and loop it inwards to the middle, keeping all those leaf bands out of there. Alright, and that's how you loom all of the trees that are remaining on your loom. So, I'm going to just stop talking and go ahead and loom the remaining two trees that are left on my loom. You're going to go ahead and loom however many you have left as well. And yeah. So just use the pause button if you need to, and just go back a few minutes in the tutorial if you do not remember how to loom your trees. And yeah, just use that to figure out what you need to do. Alright, so just use the pause button if you need to. I might go off camera, just so I don't mess up anymore. Oh, what am I doing? Oh. What was that noise? Oh, I did it. Oh my gosh. Nope, nope, nope. Whew. Alright, that was just to get your attention. Hopefully you all enjoyed your break from my blabbing, and now I'm going to start talking again. No. Alright, anyway. So now you should have all of the rubber bands on your trees loomed, and make sure you got those C-color rubber bands, because both times I almost forgot to do that, as if you were watching the video and watching me loom. But anyway, now you should have everything loomed on your bracelet, and yeah, now it's time to take this bracelet off of your loom. So to do that, you're going to need another A-color rubber band, and yeah, you're also going to need your hook. Yeah, don't forget that. Alright, so to take this bracelet off of your loom, what you're going to do is you're going to start here at the beginning of your loom, where your cap band is, and you're going to use your hook to pull the bands off of your loom, one pin or maybe a couple pins at a time. And like what I'm doing right now, just taking your hook and just pulling bands off of your loom, progressively making your way up to the end of your loom. And you're just going to do that going all the way up your loom, and you're going to stop once you get to this last middle pin. Do not take the rubber bands off of this middle pin. If you do, you're going to be screwed. So don't take those rubber bands off. Leave those there. So if you want to hold your finger over that pin, you can do that. Alright, so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and pull these bands off. Use the pause button if you would like to. Gosh, this middle pin's going to be difficult. I'm going to use my fingers. Alright, so now you should have all those bands taken off of your loom, except for those on this middle pin here. Don't take those off yet. What we're going to do is we're going to take them off now. So what we're going to do that is we're going to take our hook, stick it into this last middle pin, and you need to stick it down far enough so that when you have it out to the side, it catches all of the rubber bands, every single one that is on this middle pin here. Alright, so you're going to get this A-color rubber band now, put it on your hook, and then you're going to slide this band, or pull this band, up through all these that are on this middle pin. Make sure it's the only one that's left on your hook when you bring it up, and then put the other end of this band onto your hook as well. Now, once you have this, you should be able to take these bands off of this last middle pin. And now you can put your loom away because you won't need it anymore. And now you should have your bracelet. And it looks a little bit messed up, but you can adjust that in a few minutes. Now what we need to do is make an extension, because your bracelet's more than likely not long enough to fit around your wrist. Unless you did use 2 looms, then I guess it would work. Alright, anyway, now I'm going to show you how to make an extension for your bracelet with just a hook. So it's going to be a single chain extension, of course. Get some bands. Yeah, that's too many. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make an extension. You're also going to want to have your clip nearby, because I'm going to show you how to finish your bracelet off as well. Alright. So to do this, you're going to need more A-color rubber bands, or whatever color you want to use for your extension. I'm just going to use A-color bands. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a rubber band, put it on your hook, just like so, and slide all these rubber bands that are on your hook onto this new rubber band. Once you've done that, you'll put the other end of this new band onto your hook, and that's how you do it. It's really that simple. So I'll go ahead and show you one more time what you need to do. You take a rubber band, put it on the actual hook part of your hook like so, and slide all of these bands that are on your hook onto this new rubber band. Once they're on there, you can put the other end of this new rubber band onto your hook. That's all you do. Just keep doing that until you've made your single chain extension long enough so that your bracelet will fit around your wrist. So I need about like 10 bands or something. And also use the pause button if you need to. Like if I finish before you. You know. Maybe you'll finish before me. That would be pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I am just so hungry right now. Okay, I'm gonna need all these bands. Nope. Alright, so there we go. So as you can see here, I now have, I now have my bracelet, and my extension is long enough to make my bracelet fit around my wrist. So now what we're going to do, once that is true for you, you're going to get your clip and attach it to this rubber band that's on your hook. So if you need to stretch the band out a little bit, then you can do that, because it's not illegal, hopefully. You take the clip and attach it to this band, like so. Then you'll take the rubber band off of your hook, once they're on your clip, and now you'll need to attach your clip to your cap band. And, well, that's going to be a little bit tricky. Or maybe not. Okay. Alright. So you get your clip on your cap band, it's attached to both ends of your bracelet. That means you can do some adjusting to your bracelet first. Make sure it's nice and pretty. Just all nice and pretty, yes. Right, and now you can put your bracelet on. And bam. So, as you can see here, I am now wearing my tree chain bracelet. And, really? I've made so many mistakes today. I am such a human. Alright, anyway. So now I am wearing my tree chain bracelet, and hopefully you are as well. And now it's time for the outro. So, I would like to thank you for watching my longer than expected tutorial. Why is it 55? Okay. This tutorial. Hopefully now you are wearing your tree chain bracelet and enjoying it, and now you're so glad this tutorial is over, because I am too, because now it's time for me to go eat. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. That's all I have to say, other than thanks for watching, and bye!